some things you can say. So I guess there's not freedom of speech in some terms.
What can you go to jail for?
That you're gonna like fight someone or hurt someone or make a threat. Like that's not freedom.
I guess we're talking about Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, very good. Seneca is very good. Greek philosophy, but read the Psalms, Isaiah in the Bible. That will help you.
Of speech.
It's very masculine. The Bible is very masculine, man. It's very stoicism. There's a lot of stoicism. I think it has to do with the influence of Greeks back then. It has a lot of influence of the Greek mythology.
To the people that were on the opposite of Lincoln's side, they thought that he was saying deplorable and disgusting things, so that's why he got shot. If you say horrible, disgusting things to some people, they're gonna take that and they're gonna do something about it. Like I just can't feel bad for someone like him. I just can't at all.
So if someone doesn't agree with someone else and they say something horrible, they deserve to be shot.
I don't think you understand how bad Charlie Kirk is as a human being. Like he doesn't just say things that hurts people's feelings. He says things that are genuinely damaging
100%
to people and
agree with you 100%.
family, and like saying that he would be okay. Like I just genuinely can't get.
Yeah, the 19th was a huge mistake, man. It's simply guys trying to get laid. That's what it was.
Over the fact that he would be okay with his.
And they were having problem with mama
going through a pregnancy if she got. Like I just can't. So I don't care, because if he would put that on his daughter, then I don't care what anyone puts on him. I just don't care. He's a bad person. He's done more than horrible things than just that. I can't name all of them off the top of my head, but I just genuinely do not care about him. And it doesn't affect me personally that he said that about his daughter, but it affects how people who look up to him will see the world and be like, oh, okay, so if he thinks that's okay, then I guess it's okay. So no, I don't care that he got shot. I don't think people like that should be on this earth, honestly.
Whoa.
A lot of people that think that people that have nose piercings should be on this planet. Should he be shot?
That's not even in comparison to at all what I'm saying right now.
No, it could be the same argument. Now at this point, we are right. No. Let's keep it there. Let's just keep it there. We are in this territory, subjective territory, guys. By the way, at this point, we are here. Why not? That's the argument. Why not?
Like at all. Okay, that's your opinion. Well, I mean, Dad, you brought it up. You said, did you hear Charlie Kirk?
Good. I'm glad that you went back to church. Hopefully you go back to church. I've been going to church for the last 2 or 3 years. I started going, more consistently in the last month and a half, because I got my car. I can go with my family and everything. Yeah, I know it's boring. It could be boring, but that routines are boring, right? And this type of spirituality, the concept of spirituality is boring, guys. It should be a boring it should not be complicated. It should be a very boring routine where you can just simply go through it easily.
I genuinely
you should not complicate make this thing complicated. But I'm glad that you're getting that inspiration.
Well, then don't ask me questions that you know I'm not gonna. Well, you.
I didn't think you would respond like an absolute awful response. I thought you were more civil than that. That's super disappointing.
Okay.
There we go. There you go. Yeah, there's a demon right there.
Okay.
I'm not too sure as to why you as her father are confused.
Yeah, that's I don't know why you even with that woman to begin with. That's your mistake.
Closing the windows, turning out the lights, locking the door, doing it. I get us all set up, and then I realize, like, this isn't a drill. This isn't a drill. 8 months pregnant, I am pushing the wardrobe in front of the door. I am going through either my wardrobe or my drawer at the time and getting out a hammer. The kids are getting anxious because they see me actually doing things that we don't do during a drill. And we were only in lockdown for 3, 4, 5 minutes, not long. But that will stick with me. And when we came out of lockdown, one of my students said, they were like, the whole time, I really just wanted you to come and hide with us.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
To stand there. I didn't want you to get hurt. I was scared for you and your baby. I was so scared. And had something happened to me that day, had something happened to my baby, had something happened to my babies in my classroom. There's a certain man who would have said that we were unfortunate prices to pay for certain freedoms. And he would be making money, big bucks, going around saying that our lives are unfortunate prices to pay. So, miss me with how sad I'm supposed to be about something that happened yesterday.
And demons, man.
Miss me with that. I will save my tears, my grief, and my anger for the actual children and educators.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can guarantee you like to abort babies too. These people just hold a double standard when it comes down to stuff like this, guys. They just simply hold a double standard. We're gonna react to some people getting fired. Let's go.
Another one bites the dust. The cancellation of Democrats in progress. This is how you defeat them.
Fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my fucking job. I was just fired from my fucking job. Now I have nothing but this. I have nothing but this website. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore.
What the hell? Whoa, 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 let's chill. Chill. Chill, man. He has nothing anymore, he said. Okay. You have to relax. Chill.
No!
Concerned men with cherry by uncanadiable into
Fuck!
cherry.
Fuck! Oh my god.
Yo, DC.
You know what's crazy about this? The point is that this person just put the phone on the corner and they start recording this. You see what I'm saying? We are at this. This is our current political situation. Nihilistic, a bunch of narcissist people really getting reaction from other individuals, and they like it, I guess. This person put and set up the phone before it crashed like this.
Gretchen Felker Mars Red Hood series at issue 1. No more issues are coming out. They're all canceled. Mrs. Grimley here thought that she could get away with mocking Charlie Kirk's death when his kids and his wife had to witness it. And, you know, she was talking her shit on Blue Sky. She then got banned on Blue Sky. And the conservative comic community decided they weren't letting that shit slide. They retweeted that shit and they got thousands and thousands of views. Everybody was reporting on this, so the silent treatment wasn't going to work from DC. So they just canceled the whole series after
Good, man. We don't need that.
This was supposed to be an ongoing series lasting at least 20 issues. We ain't getting none of that. And thank God, this book had horrible reviews. Nobody liked it. It's so funny because if Charlie Kirk was still alive, you would still have your job. Him dying is what made you lose your job. Which is absolutely pathetic because that's probably the least offensive thing she's ever done. This person defended 9/11. This person says she doesn't even view Israelis as civilians. This person has a grape fetish. This person also threatened to slit a woman's throat. All of that was way before she got this Red Hood series. But make no mistake, DC did not fire her because she's a bad person and they don't want people like this working for them. They fired her because people was on her ass and it was way too big to ignore. So if just one positive thing came out of Charlie Kirk's passing, it's that we don't gotta read this shit anymore. I wish we could get her reaction to this, bro, but we can't because she got panned off of Blue Sky.
Thousands of people have gone online celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and many of them are now losing their jobs. Many of the people you've seen cheering on the passing of Charlie Kirk started with this man who just moments after Charlie Kirk was struck.
I cannot even believe how in the hell you even have the capacity or the brain power or the belief system to make this. Okay, I just don't get it.
Right in front of him was cheering on video that Charlie Kirk was hit. Then you have this woman who was a nurse going on TikTok celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and now people have found out where she works and are talking to her employers. This man who wrote this entire statement here is actually in the military, and people have already alerted Pete Hegseth, who is essentially this man's boss, and will probably be trying to do something about it. You have another woman who is a 2nd and 3rd grade teacher's aide who was posting about that she wished she would have heard of another obituary talking about Donald Trump, but instead she would settle for Charlie Kirk. And this man, probably the most prominent person to be fired after their comments
he didn't wait. He didn't wait.
Matthew Dowd, who was actually working at MSNBC and went on air saying some absolutely terrible things. But more and more of these videos are coming out, and more of these people are going to be losing their jobs.
Okay, little update on the captain who left this post right here. He's been fired.
Good. Good.
He's been relieved of his duties. I don't know what his duties were. He's under investigation, and I don't take any pleasure in saying that, number one. And number two, you guys stop DMing him. His account's gone. He went from public to private to deleted. You can't even find the account. Stop calling his command. Stop attacking this guy. Trust me, he's feeling the full weight of it now. He is, and so I'm just telling you, if you're on my page, if you love me, that means you love everybody. That's right, even the captain. Sir, I love you. All right, just sit down, calm down, call some friends, get your support network going. I'm being serious, you guys. I mean, that thing went all the way up. And don't take any pleasure in that. 23 years in the Marine Corps, I never took pleasure on seeing somebody get in trouble. Not seriously, not one time. So, you know, I do believe in accountability, but I feel bad at the same time, as weird as that may sound. But, you know, we got to take our medicine. It's just what it is.
Listen, I'm not, see, this is not the time for that. This is time for telling, hey, this person need accountability, and it's getting accountability. That's it. Just leave it like that. Don't make it disqualifier. Just keep it like that.
Got to take our medicine. We can't be posting stuff like that. I wish we would stop doing it. You know, I got videos after this I'm going to do, and that's a big reason why I post the way that I do. A lot of people would just be like, oh, you know, you're doing it for clicks and likes, or they call me a racist. One guy called me a white nationalist the day before yesterday. It's like, I don't even know what that is, dude. You know, I want service members to learn that this shit ain't funny. It ain't cool. Careers are being ended. Matter of fact, drop a comment if you know of somebody who has lost their career over social media. And I don't like seeing service members get in trouble, okay? And I just think there's these trends and this stuff with Charlie Kirk, and we're all in our feelings and emotions, and we just hit post. Dude, you're on active duty. You're going to lose 10 out of 10 times. That thing went all the way up today. But like I said, I don't take any pleasure in saying that. I don't. And, sir, I'm here for you. Seriously. You can call me up, cuss me out if you want. I love you. Love you. You know, and I hope that you're doing okay. And you guys can say I'm fake for saying that, but listen, these are teachable moments, you guys. We can't post like that, and that's what it is, okay? So drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think.
Hi, my name is
I don't know about that.
I like going on the internet and finding people who like to make fun of Charlie Kirk's death, and I let their employers know what they're up to online. And we got 7 more confirmed fires. But before we get into this, I want to make sure everybody completely understands what I'm doing here. This is absolutely not political for me. This is not a political thing. It is a moral thing.
And he has to make that statement because he don't want no lawsuit just coming to his ass, right? So
I really don't care who you decide to vote for, or really care what your beliefs are. That is your decision as an American. But what we should all agree on is what happened to Charlie Kirk was absolutely disgusting and deplorable. And it shouldn't be the butt end of the joke or mocked. And that brings me to my last point before we get into this list. I have been getting tagged literally in thousands of videos. And some of these videos that you guys are tagging me in, I might not like or agree with, but they didn't really do anything wrong. Just because somebody doesn't like Charlie Kirk and they said, I don't feel anything for him passing, I don't care that he passed, that's not a bad thing. That's not them making fun of Charlie Kirk. They are allowed not to like Charlie Kirk. They are allowed to feel absolutely nothing about his passing. And those people, I never give a second look because they're allowed to have those feelings. But anyway, let's get into it. Lucas from Wisconsin, you're fired. Shelby from North Dakota, you've been fired. Mary from Louisiana, you've been fired. Shauna from California, fired. Andrea from California, fired. Franklin from New Jersey, terminated. And Deborah from Kansas. Yeah, your boss says you no longer work there.
And you know what's crazy? They're all over the country. This is a good example for this. They're all over the country. Not only California, not only in New York, not only in the big cities. These people are everywhere.
To all my new followers and supporters, I sincerely appreciate it. And I want to make it clear that I'm not going to these employers and demanding that these people get fired. These people are getting fired because the employer decides to let them go. All I do is being like, hey, just so you know, I saw this video that one of your employees put out, thought you might want to see it. And I do not contact the employer ever again. Whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, or somebody in the middle, we can all agree that an innocent man's life was taken, and that is not funny. It's nothing to joke about.
Not funny at all,
Some
man.
of us
Not
may
funny.
not like what he said. Some of us may not believe in what he believes in or like his beliefs, but it doesn't warrant somebody taking his life. When is enough enough for us? When are we going to learn that we all come from different walks of life and there are many different beliefs out there, and that that's okay? We don't always have to agree on things, but we also do not have to demonize or take the lives of people we do not share the same opinion with.
But I know this is the problem. I agree with the statement. The statement that he's saying is correct. It's the right thing to say. It's the correct thing to say. However, you have to recognize your enemy. You have to see your enemy and understand the enemy, that your enemy is not in the same place that you are. It's not. They're not in the same bracket. They're not in the same spiritual endeavor. They're not in the same moral system. They're not the same. We say these nice, juicy, sugary kind of words, but we have to call the enemy for what it is. They're not in the same category. They're not in the same kind of demographic. They're not.
So everybody,
so that's not gonna work. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work, guys.
Everybody that was celebrating the other night or the other day about the issue, I just had a phone call, and it was a good friend of mine, and she was bawling her eyes out, squalling. She has lost her job. She got fired. Somebody had sent a video of her in a open group room similar to what this app offers, and had her and a bunch of friends of hers celebrating what had happened.
There we go.
And they had, I guess, clipped it somehow, filmed it and sent it into her employer because they knew who she was. And the employer has terminated her for her words, even though that's part of our freedom of speech. Like, how far else is it going to go? And now they have blackballed her on that. And then you're reading these politicians are talking about, you got to remember the right's in power right now. So talking about, free speech as in celebratory of hate crimes and things like that can start to be prosecuted. Actions taken as you losing your employment, being blackballed against, everything on social media, because they don't just have your email address. These people have your IP address. These people have the information from your device. You have a GUI number on that device as well. And so they know. That's why if you get a verification, if you go log into a different account from another computer, they give you that double step of verification. They know which device you're on. So
they're always tracking.
All that stuff's got to do is get subpoenaed or somebody filming stuff. So she lost her job for making fun of what happened the other day. And so guys, you got to be careful.
They have to. That's a great baseball. That's a great statement. I think that they have to. Will more 30-something step out to the plate and start debating teenagers? They're not teenagers. They're adults. Baseball. They're not teenagers. They're adults. If you're at 18 above, because they look teenager doesn't mean they are teenagers. That means that they haven't just gone through the correct process of just growing. They're just simply adults that need a little bit of pain, I will say. But they're adults. And because they're adults, they need to be responsible.
Be careful what you do. Got to be careful what you say, because there are, unfortunately, consequences, just like what they were talking about. So take it what you will. Take the video how you will. Just be mindful that this person had lost her job because of her reaction to what happened. Y'all have a blessed day. I hope we can all just get past this, come united, and maybe, move forward in a healing process. RIP to Charlie, his family, prayers. That's all I got.
People are getting fired en masse today. I just spent about 3 minutes just going on social media, and I already found 3. But this is not the This is not the end. This is just the beginning, and people are tired of it. Even people on the left are tired of it. They're tired of seeing people canceled because